Southern Cameroon's fight is Africa's fight. We love bravery down your spines, and we say fists up, and in the pursuit of your liberation, which is our liberation too. We'll fight for you, with you, and alongside you. We'll be impatient, unkind, unyielding, and ununderstanding to brothers killing their own. Southern Cameroon must win this war. Southern Cameroon must surely win itself to own itself. Uhuru sasa Ambazonia. Mayibuye i-Afrika. I-Afrika mayibuye.
Determination is paramount for the existence of any group of people. Without such, development will be dwarfed and exploitation will flourish. For these reasons and many others, I support the total and unconditional liberation of South Cameroon. Let they form a self-reliant nation for themselves.
Freedom. What is freedom? According to Google's dictionary, it is the power or right to act or speak as one wants. Synonyms include liberty, release, and emancipation. It is something I believe everybody is entitled to. But why do we always have to beg for it? Why do we always have to be tortured? Why do we always have to go through pain before we can get it? Why does someone has to take it away from us to even begin with? After all has been said and done, I stand before you with one purpose, and that is to humbly ask you to free our fellow brothers and sisters. Free our fellow Ambazonians. Enough blood has been shed already. Families have been broken. Lives have been lost already. They are tired. They've lost hope. They've lost everything they could ever claim to be theirs. Segwanele manje.
My name is Portia Mohali, a student at the University of Johannesburg. I'm also an activist for the Southern Cameroon Youth League. When I discovered what was happening in Ambazonia, Southern Cameroon, it shook me. It made me feel that there's something I personally have to do. When I heard Dr. Akwanga's story and what has happened to him, it made me feel that I had to act with an immediate effect. Therefore, I will sacrifice with my sweat, with my blood, to fight for total and unconditional independence for the people of Ambazonia. We do not want to see a repeat of what has happened in Rwanda. We do not want to see another Sharpeville massacre. Nelson Mandela was called a terrorist when he was fighting for what is right. Dr. Akwanga as well is regarded as a terrorist for fighting for what's right. What's happening in Ambazonia is pure genocide. It's human rights violation, it's crime against humanity. We've come a long way as Africans to fight against injustices of colonialism and human rights violations. Apartheid was legal in South Africa, although it was not right. The injustices in Ambazonia is also not right. I will fight without any fear, although I know that I may be assassinated for being an advocate of what's right. I will not stop. I will continue to fight and stand in solidarity with the people of Ambazonia. What happens in the east of Africa, what happens in the north of Africa, what happens in any part of Africa, to be precise, directly and indirectly affects me as a South African. I will use everything in my disposal to help in whichever way possible to assist the people of Ambazonia to gain their total and unconditional independence.
Every day, innocent people are being ruthlessly murdered in Ambazonia by Cameroonian forces whose main objective is to silence the Southern Cameroonians' fight for freedom. Given few options, the Amazonian people were forced to join French Cameroon in 1961, who coerced the Amazonian people with promises of an equal federation, but in effect it has become a one-sided control of power held by the French Cameroonian government, who has implemented institutionalized discrimination against the English-speaking Amazonian people, rendering them second-rate citizens whose main reason for still being part of the Union is the exploitation of the natural resources of Southern Cameroon. I, Mikhail Pero, and the Southern Cameroonian Youth League stand in solidarity for our brothers and sisters that are being oppressed and have taken it upon ourselves to spread the word about these human rights violations. In Suid-Afrika tydens apartheid het baie Afrika-landers vir ons onafhanklikheid geveg. Dis ons tyd om saam te staan en die mense van Ambazonia te help.
Southern Cameroons are arrested, brutalized, their villages are destroyed and they are killed every day because they stand up for independence. In 1916, the United Nations had decided to put up a stand to all trusteeships. British Southern Cameroons was placed in a position of attaining independence by joining the French Cameroon in a federation of 2 equal states or joining Nigeria as one of the federated regions. The reason for this position was based on the 1959 report that Southern Cameroon was not economically viable to sustain itself as an independent state. Most of the people neither wanted to join the Nigeria nor French Cameroon, which had a very different political culture. The colonial power did everything to prevent the emergence of any kind of pro-independent movement. I am Thandeka. I joined this movement in solidarity with the people of Ambazonia. Let us stand together and support our Ambazonia brothers and sisters. Umuntu ngumuntu ngabantu.
Peace of mind, peace at heart, peace be kind. There was a time to beg, a time to put hand and knee on dust, dust that packs in our lungs, summoned to suffocate us. There was a time for honesty, a time for round tables, mediator, oppressed, oppressor, to sit and speak a message of peace, a message of love for those who deserve it. There was a time to be silent, to let old watchdogs bark for us. But this is a time specially made for you and I, a time to fight, to dig the grounds they buried you in. This is your time to show that you are not easily silenced, easily bought. Southern Cameroon, you will work, you will serve. We will save, sacrifice, and endure. You, me, we will fight this war because all our lives depend on it.
The Southern Cameroons must win this war.
Therefore, I will work.
I will serve.
I will save.
I will sacrifice.
I will endure.
I will fight cheerfully
and do my utmost, even unto death, as if the issue of the whole struggle depended on me alone.
So help me God.